Hey guys, Nick here. Welcome to the Omniverse of Nick and the next real life what if. What if Jeffrey Dahmer was in The Walking Dead? Before we get started, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the Omniverse of Nick main channel, this channel, and all the other channels promoting all Omniverse of Nick content. Be sure to catch up with any videos, story, posts, anything you've missed. Let's get started. So if you guys don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer was a real life cannibal serial killer, and he died in prison. The Walking Dead is the perfect setting for such a character. So, what we're going to answer today is how The Walking Dead would be affected and who he would turn into or be in the world of The Walking Dead. So, any group like the Commonwealth, Fears Group, Scavengers, it's a 50-50 to him ever joining a group in The Walking Dead, and it's like very close to no. But there are the cannibals from Terminus, and here's the way that I think. Here's three ways that I see him joining them. Number one, he just ends up killing all of them and being the sole threat. Number two, he is with the cannibals alongside them to meet Rick's group. In that case, they're almost screwed. And number three, after the cannibals are brought into the church and then Rick fulfills his promise with a machete and they kill all of them, then Jeffrey Dahmer appears as the final boss from the cannibals, or just a new variant of the cannibals. Either way, it would be a very big problem for Rick's group. And there's also another group, much more likely and awesome, that he could join. And it's a very underrated group. The Ferals. Jeffrey Dahmer as a feral would be one of the most terrifying things ever. And honestly, would be one of the best things ever. And if that was the case, Connie and Virgil, I'm sorry, they were close to dying in original, but there is just no situation where Jeffrey Dahmer as a feral helps them live. Connie and Virgil would die there if that was the case. The Whisperers would also be a likely candidate, but the cannibals and ferals, two tops. Whisperers, kind of likely, yet not really as much. Either way, this just goes to demonstrate how dangerous, ruthless, and conniving and unpredictable Jeffrey Dahmer was, and why he is one of the perfect characters to put in a world like The Walking Dead, where nothing stops him from doing what he wants. So given the right motivation, group, and intentions or goals, or setting, that just goes to show some people are just best left out of certain things. And Jeffrey Dahmer is a clear-cut example of that, if he was in The Walking Dead. So in other words, there isn't much to talk about here. Jeffrey Dahmer in The Walking Dead, it speaks for itself. It pretty much puts him in a lose kind of win situation. You put him in any of the groups, he kills every one of them, or he ends up killing himself way too effing quickly. Like, I'm talking just boom, he's gone. Like that. And I already have him in The Walking Dead prison as a story, and that's going to be something just a teensy bit different, but not really anything worth talking about. That one's likely going to be short too. And the only main groups are like the really sick groups. If he was in Gareth's group, he would have either killed all of them, teamed with them, and killed Rick and everybody else easily, or just been with them to die. So just basically an extra add-on. Killed all of them and killed all of Rick's group, or killed all of Gareth's group and then died to Rick's group. Or he would have joined the Ferals, and Jeffrey Dahmer as a feral would be freaking terrifying
if you saw that picture, it's like, I get it, AI can be a little bit wonky sometimes, but it would be freaking terrifying. And kind of got to hold myself back from swearing there because it would actually be that terrifying. But you guys get the point. And it would be like one of the most scariest things. Like the pharaohs were already freaking like, ugh. But Jeffrey Dahmer's one would be both weird, wonky, and just completely horrifying. And for lack of a better word. And it would either kill Connie and Virgil, or they would just find their way out just like they did before, by either killing or just escaping from the creatures. I say creatures, but they were people, but you guys get the point. And and as for the Whisperers, that's like a mid-card group for Jeffrey Dahmer to be in. But besides the being a part of the variants and being like a variant walker, you can't really put Jeffrey Dahmer in anything else conceivable. So that's pretty much it. And like I said, I got a prison story set up for him. But other than that, really, there's nothing. So I hope you guys like this short little tale and what it offers in terms of Jeffrey Dahmer. And what you guys think would matter for him the most if he was in that situation. Or just in the story. With that said, we're on to the next list before the next two. The Deadly Awakening, Walking Shadows of Salazar and Wick, the remake. Not too much of one, but you'll see what small little tweaks and changes that I do. And then my true version of the Cybermen Turning Good with nicks from the past one. Except since it wasn't finished, it's going to be far different than how its original iteration was going to turn out. And you guys saw that from the Super Cybermen picture, if you guys actually saw that. And it also ended me up on Reddit. So, stay tuned for that, and more to come from the Omniverse of Nick.